Hi guys, it is time for a daily pattern. It's November 1st and it is time for Backsplash ZigZag by Carrie Leffel. I'm assuming that you saw this tile pattern on a backsplash somewhere. Perhaps not, but I think that I might be right. Anyway, today's pattern is a grid pattern that you could easily make into a ribbon pattern very, very easily, because clearly it looks very much like if you could just did this one row. It would be great ribbon. So yeah, so we're gonna do a regular grid, and within the grid you'll do a cross there to make that triangle, and then down to make the triangle go the other way, and then continue. And then we will aura those lines, right? And then step 3, we will put these lines here, sort of a sunburst sort of thing. Three lines here, 3 lines there, right? And then the last step is up in the corner is to make 3 petal shapes, leaf shapes, teardrop shapes right there in the corner. Oop, I've scooched right off the page there. Okay, and so this is the sample. They colored it with some color, which I think is kind of pretty. And I'm just gonna, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna fill my tile with this. I guess it's just going to be just sort of a straight old thing. All right, and you know me and grids by now. I do like to give myself some sort of evenness, but I'm going to, on this particular one, going to start in the middle like that, and then go. I'm not going to do very many of them. I think I'm just going to do like this and like this. I'm going to divide this tile just like that, and then a nice border, which of course now this whole thing isn't even, is it? No, not really, but that's okay. I'm gonna start with my pencil. I am way zoomed in. Why am I so zoomed in today? I need to be able to see the whole tile, not just part of it. Okay, it's November. Can you believe it's November? I can't hardly believe it's November already. Where did this month go? Wow. And I was thinking to myself, Inktober, that's going to be a long thing. I feel like it feels weird this morning to get up and not do an Inktober. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's over, because that was a lot of drawings. And it wasn't the drawing so much, it was the posting of videos. If you've never done video posting, I've learned the hard way that it takes a long time. It's not editing, because since I don't do any editing of these videos, they are what they are. Take it or leave it. They're unedited, straight out of the can. But just the simple upload, the upload speeds of my internet, holy guacamole, it just takes forever for one video to post. So, it's not the drawing that takes the long time for me. It is the posting of the videos. And then once they are up there on YouTube, I've got to type in all the description stuff and, make sure that they're all tagged properly and that they're public and all of that stuff, which isn't a lot, but when you're doing a lot of videos, it takes its time, you know. It's an extra 10 or 15 minutes to make sure that once YouTube has finally decided it's got the whole file, then I have to do all that and do the thumbnail, and yeah, so each drawing, you know, if it's a drawing that takes me a half hour to do, it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to get it up on YouTube. And so it's a lot more of my day than I had anticipated when I first started this project. But I'm enjoying it, and I will continue to do it until I no longer am having fun. So, you know, you may be with me for a very long time, or you may be with me for just, you know, 6 months or a year, and then I may be done, but who knows. So this is going to go this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. And then they're not offset. Sometimes the pattern will start you with a zigzag like that, and then you will start the next one here, and then it will offset, but that's not how this one is. This one, it's right in a row. So I'm going to do all the zigs first. Right? Like that. And then we're going to do the auras. I think I'm going to do all the ones going this way first and then turn my tile, because I noticed, especially down here when I got to this one, I don't know if you noticed that, but can you tell that the one that I drew going this way is a much smoother line than the one I drew coming down this way? It's because I didn't turn my tile, and naturally my hand draws a smoother, straighter line. I'm more practiced going this way than I am coming toward me. I'm better going away from me, and so it's just a better line. And that's something you have to discover for yourself. Some people draw better going away from themselves. Some people draw better coming toward themselves. Some people draw better from bottom to top. Other people draw better from top to bottom. Some people prefer drawing, if you're drawing a circular motion, some people prefer drawing in a clockwise manner. Some people prefer drawing counterclockwise. They get the same result, but how they get there is differently based on what is more comfortable for them. So, you know, you just have to work on your own skills and practice, and figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If it doesn't work, don't do it. If it works, use it all the time, you know. That's what I do. And although I must say, I'm growing and I'm stretching my my skills as I practice these patterns, that some of these patterns I would not have chosen on my own. I wouldn't look at a pattern, some patterns. Now this one's not so bad, but there are some patterns, and I've told you about them on the videos that I've done so far, that I would just say, nope, not doing that one. Because they don't go with my particular skill set very well. And so I would just avoid them. But I am growing and I'm learning better because I I'm going ahead and doing those skill sets that I wasn't comfortable doing. And they may or may not turn out well. Oops, I just dropped the lid to my pen. Okay. They may or may not turn out well, but, you know, I'm doing it. And the more I do things that are out of my comfort zone, the more comfortable I become at different things. So now the next step is going to be this radial. It's 3 lines going across in that triangle, right? So this triangle space, I like to draw up and away from me. So I'm going to turn my tile this way. And I'm going to go 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. I'm going to do that in all the ones going this direction. And then I'll turn my tile. Okay, now at this point, I have to be very careful, put it that way, to be careful not to end up doing this in this corner, because this corner is not the corner that's supposed to have a thing. So what I need to not do is turn my tile too far. I was drawing this way because this is, for me, where I'm sitting, this is going, you know, bottom to top, right or left to right. That's the direction I want to go. So I actually need to draw these, so I need to turn my tile just that far. Quarter of a turn, not half a turn. So I'm going the right direction. Does that make some sense? I hope that makes sense. So you want these sort of radial. Thing here. I didn't do that quite the same as the others. Okay, there's that step. It looks like some of my triangle bits, I should have come a little bit closer to here to make them more even. Maybe I should have started here and worked my way outward so that my fan shape is more consistent. And as a matter of fact, you know, I might just add one in here to make it feel more like I want it to feel. I think I'm just not, I don't have enough, got too much space in there. And for me that feels better. This feels like a bit too much of a gap. So even though the pattern shows 3, I'm going to do 4 just because of the way I drew to start. So if you're drawing it and you want the 3, I would scooch over however far you want and draw from here to there instead of, I would measure it going this way. That's all I'm saying, rather than the way I did it. If I do it again, that's how I would go. But this is okay too. You know, I'm just bisecting that. And now it looks like that instead, which is still within the same idea. And now in these corners, I want to put 3 teardrop shapes like that, with the one in the middle being a little bit bigger than the 2 on the other side. either teardrops or petals or however you want to think of them. And the reason I'm doing that middle one first is because I want it bigger than the other two, so I'm drawing it first so that I know I have room. And then I'm making it sort of the right size. And then on the other side you do the same thing. Simple and easy, this one. Look at that. That's nice. And then you can shade, which I think I'll do. I like the way the sample shows the shading, which is around these little petals. Just a little bit, not carried away. Doesn't need a lot. It's going to be subtle. Like this. So how is your first day of November? Mine is a little overcast. Might rain, but it still hasn't gotten cool really yet. It's still I did wear a sweater yesterday, but I took it off. I took it off more than I had it on. So, you know, it's not really, hasn't really cooled off yet. But it's nice to have a bit of overcast, and it would be really nice if it would just rain. You guys know where I live is very dry. We could use some rain. Kind of fiddly little bits, aren't they? Taking longer. It's going to take longer to shade this thing than it did to draw it, I think. Okay. Just a little bit right there like that to kind of make those little flowery bits pop. Okay, just a little bit like that, and then I think I want just at the base of this right here. Right there. To kind of pop like that. Yeah, that's good. I feel like it needs something else. I like how they colored, but I don't think it needs color. Well, maybe. Does it need color, folks? Are you yelling at me through the wonderful world of video? No, no color. It's not telling me it needs color. Even though I like the color on the sample, I don't think it needs color. I think what I need to sharpen my pencil. Excuse me. I've got this absolutely wonderful pencil sharpener. It's from Faber-Castell. It's this little triangle guy. It's really great. And it makes awesome, nice sharp tip. See, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Anyway, I think I want to put just a crisp, dark line right here. I wanted it right up against the edge, and I'd lost my point on my pencil, so I had to sharpen. I got a little carried away with that one, but that's okay. I want it nice and dark right there. Not too wide. Turn my pencil. If my pencil's getting flat in one spot, turn it so that I get the pointiest part right up against that line. Okay, that's good. That differentiates. Let's start up here and just soften it just a little bit. Anytime you put down pencil, you really need to come back with some sort of tool to blend, even if it's just your finger, although that really makes a mess out of your fingers. Or I use a blending stump. That's my favorite. There's also the tortillons, and there's, you could use a Q-tip. There's all sorts of things you could use. But I prefer the blending stump, but you have to blend. Blending is important. That's good. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so today's pattern, I should sign it. And it is called, and you know, it looks nice that way too. It can go that way. It doesn't have to go this way, does it? Anyway, this one's called Backsplash ZigZag. Backsplash ZigZag. That's today's daily tangle. And let me get zoomed way in here so you guys can see it nice and big. There you go. That is today's tangle. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. And I don't have to do an Inktober, so I have more time in my day today. Woo!